And welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and the summer of rugby is upon us. I know MLR is done, and I know a lot of MLR fans are sad. It was an exciting 2025 season. Be on the lookout for our 2025 MLR season review with John from Rugby Morning. It was a great hour of podcasting. We talk about the whole entire season, our way too early predictions and comparisons to how they finished with our individual power rankings, as well as we hand out a couple of superlative awards, Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, all that good stuff. But now, even though Major League Rugby is over, it does not mean that rugby is done. I say a lot of times, now is a great time to be a rugby fan, especially in America, because we are year-round with rugby goodness. Not only do we have Major League Rugby at the beginning of the year, we have our international competitions during the summer and fall. We have, of course, the MLR draft right around the corner, and sevens when it starts around the winter, and then we just lead into next year of Major League Rugby. It's again a truly amazing time to be a USA Eagles fan, and right now is exciting because it is Rugby World Cup qualification season as well. The couple matches that are coming up don't really have a bearing on Rugby World Cup qualifications, but is a great chance for our USA Eagles men's to really start to hone their craft, get themselves ready for the big competition at the end of August with the Pacific Nations Series, where that is going to determine whether or not we qualify for the upcoming 2027 Rugby World Cup in Australia. Now, so our preview today is the number 15 men's USA Eagles taking on the number 22 ranked men's Belgium Diables Noirs, which is the Black Devils. That will take place Saturday, July 5th, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time kickoff at the American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're in the area, I do hear tickets are still on sale, so get your tickets now. Of course, if you can't be there live, everything will be on Paramount Plus, which right now I just, a little bit of transparency, I just signed up for Paramount Plus. They are having an amazing deal right now. You can have the first 2 months of your subscription 99 cents a month. Now, there are two options for Paramount Plus, so just a little warning right here. You have Paramount Plus regular and then Paramount Plus Essential. The difference between the two, ads and everything, plus Paramount Plus Essential gives you Showtime, which is not such a bad thing. It's the home of Dexter, the new Dexter series, some great shows like NCIS and FBI. But here's the kicker. From what I understand, CBS Sports, the entire CBS Sports network, from what I understand, is available on Paramount Plus Essential only. Okay? The wording seems like only limited sports stuff is on the regular Paramount Plus. So, be warned, if you sign up for the regular Paramount Plus, which is only $7.99 a month, which isn't bad, compared to the Essential Paramount Plus, which is $12.99 a month, I don't know whether or not you'll have access to the rugby with the men's rugby, or USA Eagles rugby, which is now exclusively on CBS Sports and Paramount Plus. So, if you pick the regular one and you can't watch rugby, you might have to upgrade. But beauty is, again, you do have the ability to upgrade. And right now, your first 2 months, 99 cents a month. And, you can cancel anytime. You can technically, I think you have to stay with the first 2 months, but it's only $2, and then you can cancel right away. You don't even have to pay the full price of $7.99 or $12.99. But there is USA Eagles rugby, both men and women, that is going to go exclusively through Paramount Plus. That's their new home. Also, too, what I just found out perusing through Paramount Plus, they have the under 20s rugby cup going on right now. You can watch that on Paramount Plus. So there is a lot of rugby, and I believe HSBC Sevens might be on there as well in their upcoming season. So there is a lot you can get from Paramount Plus. It's not so bad. $12.99 for the Paramount Plus exclusive essential, Paramount Plus regular $7.99. But again, warning, I don't know if you can get the rugby on the $7.99 one. So sign up at your own risk. Now, taking place at American Legion Memorial Stadium. This is the very first time that these two teams have ever played. USA has never played Belgium before. Belgium, I'll be honest, for those of you who might have watch this video for more information on Belgium. I don't have a lot of information on Belgium. They haven't even submitted a roster just yet. So it's going to be more USA Eagles heavy. So just apologies for that. Right now, all I know about Belgium is they did qualify through the Rugby European Championship, which was held earlier this year. They did qualify for the last repechage tournament, meaning in that tournament of the Rugby European Championship, all the teams, the top 14 finishers, were able to qualify for the Rugby World Cup. Belgium was able to make it as the fifth team through the last four-team playoff tournament. They were able to beat Netherlands 31-10 to qualify for that last repechage tournament, which happens at the end of the year in order to get the last qualifying spot for the Rugby World Cup. So they're in it. They have a chance, and Belgium has never qualified for a Rugby World Cup. So big news for Belgium. Technically, Belgium wasn't originally supposed to play USA this Saturday. Actually, it was supposed to be Netherlands. But because Belgium knocked Netherlands out, Belgium, the World Rugby Organization decided that Belgium should play against the United States, giving Belgium a good chance to start preparing themselves against a little bit higher tier competition for that repechage tournament at the end of the year. Looking through, I'll get to the USA lineup in just a minute, but looking through Belgium's lineup, the USA lineup, as we mentioned in the preview of the review of the USA squad announcement, the overall traveling 35-man roster, it's a very young squad, a lot of players that have very few caps, a lot of debutants that could possibly happen. Belgium, from what I've scanned through, some things that I found on the roster, on the possible roster, they also have a lot of young players. Really, only one player kind of stood out as having a lot of experience, and that is Julian Berger, their scrum half, with 61 caps. By far the most experienced player on this Belgium team. Everybody else has less than 20. Again, very similar to the USA squad. So, not to say that Belgium necessarily is on the same level of the United States, but the makeup of the team, seems about the same. A very inexperienced roster on both sides with very few experienced players. So, let's go over the roster right now. And head coach Scott Lawrence has put this 23-man roster together from the 35 players that were possible from the player pool. Again, a mixture of a lot of younger players, a couple of debutants, including 2 debutants from the starting 15, 3 that can possibly make their very first cap off of the bench. Let's go over the roster as we see it. Jack Iscaro is your number 1 prop with 13 caps from Old Glory. Shiloh Klein gets the starting hooker position, only 2 caps under his belt for San Diego Legion. Tonga Kofe, who had made himself a really big name at the end of the season with the Utah Warriors, will get his debut cap with this game. Also getting his debut cap this game from the Houston SaberCats, Marno Renilingus, the War Machine, at your number 4 flanker. Sam Gala, interestingly enough, also a flanker, usually plays lock, moving to the number 5 spot. He has become almost a stalwart now with the USA Eagles. Only 7 caps, but he's become quite a vet for the younger players, of course, with Anthem Rugby Carolina. And then at number 6, Villani Halu from San Diego, 14 caps. Corey Daniel is your other lock, Old Glory, with 10 caps. Benjamin Bonasso gets the captain's band in this cap. I believe this is his first time he's ever been captain for the USA Eagles. He only has 8 caps at the number 8 position. And then here's where you get your experience. You have a lot of young players, a couple of debutants as I mentioned before, but your battery, your 2 halves, your scrum half and your fly half, easily the most experienced players on the team. Number 36, Ruben De Haas, talented scrum half. It gets the nod at number 9 from the NOLA Gold. And of course, number 10, one of the best USA Eagles in the history of USA Eagles, AJ McGinty from the Bristol Bears, 40 caps under his total. Great to see him healthy and being able to play. Was able to play with the USA Eagles earlier this year because of injury, but now looks like he is about 100% and ready to go. And then, of course, the big announcement: number 11, your winger Nate the Great Oxberger from the Chicago Hounds. This will be his 50th cap. He is only the 13th USA Eagle to ever hit the half-century mark. And a great accomplishment. And with the announcement of both Greg Peterson and Cam Dolan as retiring from international competition, that makes Nate Oxberger the current Eagles with the most caps right now at 49, soon to be 50. So congratulations, Nate. As soon as you step onto that pitch, you have hit the half-century mark. A great accomplishment for a very talented player. Number 12, the next most experienced player behind the three I mentioned beforehand, Tavita Lopetti with 20 caps. He is going to be at your center along with Dom Basang. Santa Monica College, the only college player playing on the USA Eagles with 9 caps. Man, I can't wait till Dom graduates from college, because you know for a fact teams are going to be fighting to get him. And I'm really curious to see if he jumps immediately to Anthem Rugby Carolina or not, because of the whole Eagles connection. But Don Basag has been proving to be a very talented player, and he still hasn't graduated college yet. It's pretty impressive. Another young player, Toby Fricker, the other winger on the right side from Anthem Carolina with 2 caps under his belt. And then Mitchie Wilson, also from Anthem Carolina, your fullback with 13 caps. On the bench, you have Capelli Puffoletti, a very talented hooker. Interestingly enough, he does not get the starting position in this game. I think he just allows Shiloh Klein to get a little bit more experience. But he has 18 caps, usually plays in France for Provence Rugby. Then your other two, your backup hookers, 17 and 18, Peyton Talea. This is only going to be a second cap if he comes off the bench. Pono Davis from Houston. This will be his 6th cap coming off of the bench. By the way, Pono Davis is one of 16 players, I believe, that have just entered in camp for the USA Eagles, because, of course, he was part of Houston, was part of that championship game. So Houston and the New England players, not a lot of time to really get used to playing with all the other players. All the other players had at least a week or two beforehand, but Pono Davis is going to step right in and get some playing time coming off of the bench. Then at number 19, Tavita Nagali, who also has the opportunity to get a debutant from Old Glory, along with Makeen Ali Khan, who has been super talented with the Anthem Rugby. He also has a chance to make his debut if he comes off the bench. Then you have some pretty talented backs, and interestingly enough, you have J.P. Smith, Chris Hilsenbeck, who will possibly make his debut, and then another young but super talented Eric Storty, the number 1 draft pick from the 2024 MLR draft, of course from Anthem Rugby. He already has 2 caps under his belt, but you have 3 very young but very talented players, all with the ability to possibly come off the bench in reserve time. So again, a very young and inexperienced but talented Eagles team. I have to say that it is kind of interesting how young head coach Scott Lawrence has made this team. The entire cap total of the bench is only 32 caps between all of the 8 reserve players. That just means that Ruben DeHaas, A.J. McGinty, and Nate Oxberger by themselves has more caps than those 8 gentlemen off the bench. It is a very young squad. But like I mentioned before, the Belgium Black Devils also have a very young team. And if there's ever a time to give a lot of these young players some experience and some chance to really get some international rugby, this will probably be the game, because next week they have to deal with Spain, who has had built quite a bit of a rivalry with us USA Eagles, and then of course the big one in 2 weeks' time against the Red Roses, the England men's team, which that will definitely be a huge challenge being played in DC. So that's the preview. Again, this game, it's really more bragging rights than anything. Gives the men's the chance to get together, get some playing time together, all in preparation for Spain and England. And then, of course, the big test will be at the end of August, where we play in the Pacific Nations tournament, which will be our World Cup qualification tournament. And of course, I'll be previewing that once we get there. I'll be previewing the Spain game, the England game. Don't forget, you can watch that game live. Just to let you know, on Paramount Plus, the time for the game they have is 3:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, too, they didn't change the team from to Netherlands to Belgium. It still says Netherlands. So, again, I'm getting my information from the USA Eagles website. It says 4:30 p.m. Kickoff time, Pacific Standard Time. Maybe 3:50 is the start of like a pre-show, so just heads up on that. Again, you can watch it all on Paramount Plus. I am also, and I'll make an announcement right now, I will be doing a watch along on my YouTube channel. First time, actually, this is going to be the second time this season because I did one earlier the year. It's always a lot of fun doing the watch along. I won't be showing the game on my YouTube channel. I'll be watching it and then commentating on it. Also a chance to talk to a lot of you guys. We usually have a lot of fun doing this. It's a pretty good turnout. A lot of people commenting together. We're all watching the game. So if you're going to do the watch along, make sure to watch Paramount Plus. Otherwise, kind of use it as a radio. I usually do I would like to say a pretty good play-by-play call. So if you don't want to watch Paramount Plus, if you don't want to pay for it, and if you don't mind listening to my voice, I can basically do a radio play-by-play commentary on the game, so allows you to almost be like you're there, almost like you're listening to the radio. But again, if you want to watch along, fire up the Paramount Plus. I'll be doing it live Saturday, July 5th, 4:30 p.m. kickoff time. Again, USA taking on Belgium. First game in our summer of rugby. Super, super excited as always, and can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, once again, thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure you support Team USA, and I'll see you guys on the pitch.